Kathy Goder, and I'm an attorney at SGB. I've worked with many victims of sexual harassment in the workplace, and there is no question it can be quite damaging to the person who's been harassed. One of the key issues in this case involves who is responsible, who, in my world, who is liable for what has happened, who's going to be the entity that's going to compensate the injured worker for their loss. Well, it depends. Let's take the situation of the co-worker. Obviously, the offender is responsible for their own actions. In many cases, however, the offender doesn't have the resources to be able to compensate the victim for their loss. The employer may also be responsible. If the employer knew or should have known about the ongoing harassment and didn't take appropriate action to stop it, didn't make the workplace safe for the victim, then the company is going to be responsible to the victim for their loss. If there have been prior complaints by other workers about being harassed by this individual, again, if the company hasn't taken the appropriate actions, the company may be on the hook to pay the victim, to compensate the victim for their injury. What if the offender is the boss, is the supervisor? The company may still be responsible, and it depends upon the actual status within the chain of command of the offender. When the offender is so high up in the chain of command, their conduct is deemed to be the conduct of the company. And in that case, the company is going to be on the hook to pay the victim for their injuries. If you've been a victim of sexual harassment in the workplace, contact an attorney who has some experience in working on these cases. The attorney can do an investigation and find out if there have been prior complaints about this offender, can determine what the company knew or should have known, and can ascertain the status of the offender if it's the boss or supervisor within the company. The attorney can then explain your options. No one should tolerate sexual harassment in the workplace. Shout out, make some noise.